Hello, everyone. This is Enlightened Living, and I am Lexi. Thank you so much for tuning in to the channel. I'm so grateful that you're here with me. Whether you're new here or if you're coming back to the channel, I just want to let you know that I am so extremely grateful for you, and I thank you for joining. Please remember that no matter what day or time you are coming across this particular video audio version, it is in fact in a divine time and in divine order. Remember that energy has no time or space boundaries in the spiritual field. So, this audio video will find who it needs to when it needs to because energy is in a constant state of flow. It can be transmuted and shifted, but it can never be corrupted. It exists between everything, including our own thoughts, our words, and our actions. You have been led here today from that higher place within. I take no credit at all for any of the messages that come through this channel from me to you. I simply am just the connection or the bridge, conduit. All of the messages that I receive intuitively are from a place of a very high vibrational light being that provides guidance to me. This includes Source, God, Universe, whatever feels comfortable to you as your reference of higher power, but also my personal spiritual support team, my higher self, and archangels. At times, I may channel all of the above in one, and others I may just have one source of guidance. It is all dependent on what is needed in that time and space. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I do encourage you to do that because it will give an energetic exchange, and that allows me to connect more to your energy if there is ever something in the future that you may need guidance, clarity, or validation on. So right from the start, I actually, before I even sat down for this video throughout the day, today I was picking up very strong to provide guidance to the Divine Feminine Rising Collective. I do feel the need to go into a bit of detail as to what it is and be sure you understand collective energies. If you are familiar, you can go ahead and scroll forward to get into the guidance part of today's video. But for those of you who are new to this spirituality or spiritual journey, spiritual living, just living more consciously, collective energy is an energy that connects everyone from the source of God, the source energy of God, of love and light in the universe. So, this energy is universal and accessible by anyone at any point in time. The collective consciousness energy promotes healing, growth, love, manifesting, and attuning into your individual and true God given abilities and personal power. And we all have these within us at all times without a social conditioning that has been put on us or limitations that we have put on us from worldly beliefs. The core essence of who we are has so much God-given ability and personal power. So if you have any more questions regarding collective energies in general, the internet is full of helpful information and just a trick or a tip for you if you're not sure, which form of information to look at or what you can trust. I always say, set your intention before surfing the internet and searching what you are looking for. So, by setting the intention, you are putting out there that you intend to seek valuable, correct information that is going to make sense to you and bring clarity to whatever you are searching. So search something, and then the first thing that catches your eye is your intuition guiding you and seeing your intention through. So trust yourself that you will find the information that you need. Today's focus will be, like I said before, of the Divine Feminine Rising Collective. So, what is that more specifically? Well, this is a group of empaths or highly sensitive people. Now, before I go into more detail, I do want to specify that we each have and possess at times masculine and feminine energy within, and this is not specified to a gender. Each of us feels pulled more towards either a masculine or a feminine dominant energy, but again, this does not specifically have a male or female physical body. Go with what feels right within and let your inner knowing and your soul guide you to know what energy is either dominant or supposed to be dominant as you are in your life. So, this is specifically speaking on your energetic body, the makeup of your soul. The purpose of this rising of the divine feminine in this specific and particular timeline is to elevate consciousness, awareness, and vibration within this collective. This will in turn transform those empathetic and highly sensitive feelings that we have into ones that originally would feel negative into a very powerful gift from source as we align on a soul level as a collective. So, this divine feminine energy, it has been off balance for far too long in our world. For many, you may feel as if you are being turned inside out and like everything in life is flipped completely upside down, or a switch keeps going off and on, darkness, light, darkness, light. Well, guess what? That is exactly what is happening on an energetic level on this world. Collectively, we are being pushed forward into alignment for the greater good of humanity by a very powerful and beautiful light energy source. Our guides and angels are working extra hard, and they're bringing forth this knowledge, guidance, and help to all of us in this collective in this time so that we can all rise up and shift this world back into balance. Many things are happening at this time, and they are all massive but beautiful changes and transformations happening. If we resist, like many are still continuing to do, we will just continue to have this imbalance from deep inner peace and space. So I am hopeful that my guidance will align you or some of you who feel called into this collective into a space of deep inner healing and transformation. That is the goal. So if you feel intrigued or feel this odd pull of inner knowing in your soul that this is something you need to know in this message that I am going to give you, or something you resonate with, it just feels home in a sense. I do encourage you to continue to listen and listen to that space within, and don't overanalyze these thoughts. So many times we use so much logic and reasoning, and then we fail to trust our gut instinct and that core inner knowing. And then it doesn't allow us to tap into our heart space and then trust our higher self, and then our connection to God and source energy seem like a very distant thing when in reality they are a part of us if we allow ourselves to understand that on a deep level. So you will know within the next or within the first few minutes of this intuitive guidance session if this is something that will be beneficial during this time or not. So maybe if this is something you will connect to later, you could come back at that point. Now, if you are a masculine energy and you identify very strongly as a dominant masculine energy, and you have a feminine energy that you want to understand more in your life at this time, this also could be for you and provide you with some helpful things to gain greater understanding or clarity on this feminine energy that may not be able to be fully understood by even herself, and have her unable to express it fully to you for you to understand. So, this could actually give you the upper hand in understanding this divine feminine in your life. All this information is to assist those who feel led to this channel, and even more specifically, this particular video, and to give you the tools of clarity, motivation, and guidance on ways to tap into your higher self, lead with love, compassion, and understanding instead of leading with our comfortable ego. I didn't actually expect these guidance sessions. This is the second one that I've done to be as long or in depth as they are, but I am trusting the process, and I'm trusting that I am being guided to be used as the bridge between you and your higher potential and your highest self, so that you are able to step into this space with confidence and clarity, and tap into this inner depth of your soul. So, I'm going to be using my traditional deck for guidance today. And the first card I have here is the Star in the reversed position. And it's coming forward to let you know that you are exactly what this card is, and it is a star. You are a light and a beautiful source of love to yourself, but also to those around you, radiating love. And people are starstruck around you. Just they love being around you, and you elevate them and motivate them, inspire and raise their vibration. With it being in the reverse position, this is actually letting us know that it is time to let some things go. Something's weighing on you very heavy, and there's a lot of things that are no longer serving you during this time. You may or may not know all the things that need to be released, and in this time, that's perfectly fine. As you grow and evolve, elevate, these things will become more clear over time, and they will involve people in your life, things that you do, places you go, thoughts, words, actions. It's going to take a lot of self awareness, reflection, and understanding yourself on a deeper level, a self discovery in a sense. And so you have these things that are no longer going to be serving this new, beautiful version of yourself that you are becoming. So you have been working on yourself personally, growing spiritually, and that is being recognized. You are a star. And now, so in the reverse position, it is time to elevate a bit further. So at this time, I'm sensing with this card's energy that there is a massive energy leak, and it's making you feel depleted and drained on a physical, emotional, and just a deep soul level. It's almost unexplainable. Like, you feel as if you cannot get out of your own way at times. It's I just keep hearing it's definitely time to plug this leak up. So you're probably asking, well, how in the heck do I do this? And that is perfectly understandable. So let's see. A lot of self reflection in this time. See where you're putting that energy, your energy that is not being used for the highest good of self, and then the highest good of all. Because when we serve ourself, we are serving all of humanity. It's all about inner self-love. And this can be heavy emotions, being too attached to people and their response to things, thinking everything is always your fault, people pleasing, like thinking that you can change people in some way. um, Understand that you cannot do this, and it is your job to only feel responsible for yourself. You cannot feel responsible for anyone's projected emotion, their negative energy. Nothing of theirs is your responsibility, or you should take ownership for that in any way. Know that you must detach yourself from the thought that you have anything to do with anyone else's choices or response, and also that you cannot change anyone in any way. All you can do is give love and light, and that love and light radiates from your beautiful soul and shifts things in yourself. And the need to people please is very, very heavy. I said that earlier, but it's coming back even stronger. It's very heavy. And the need to show that you deserve things or that you are valuable and worthy in some way, it is not for other people to decide if you are good enough, if you are worthy or valuable enough. It is within you. And you must understand how valuable, how worthy you are. And then, as you understand this, you in fact will attract that very energy back to you from others. Now, these others may not be the same people in your life today. You may release these people in your life now because they will never see your value if they simply are not for you. But if they are for you, they will stay, and this beautiful energy will then attract value to you from them. But then also, you will attract new people in your life that see the value and the beauty of who you are. It is time now to just stop setting unrealistic expectations. And that's something very clear I just got in setting unrealistic expectations. Now, this does require self awareness, self reflection, self realization during this time. Some of these sessions are going to be pointing at some spaces within that need some light, and they may feel a little dark, because it's hard to take accountability and full responsibility that you are in fact setting unrealistic expectations. I do apologize for a little jingle in the back if you hear it. I have a new playful kitten beside me. So you may be setting unrealistic expectations not only for yourself but others, and know that things must flow as they will, and we cannot force or control outcomes. Again, that aligns with we cannot change people in any way, and understanding that they are fully responsible and accountable for their actions and reactions. We cannot control or force outcomes of any situation. So we are only responsible for our own energy, our emotion, our reaction and response, and what we allow on us energetically. And even in the physical world, what we allow, what tasks that we put on ourselves. If we people please so much that we say yes, yes, yes to everything and have a very hard time saying no, and then we feel like we cannot accomplish anything fully. Now, this is definitely the main cause of the energy leak that I was feeling at the beginning. And because you are an empath or a highly sensitive person, and if you are feeling like you are a part of this Divine Feminine Rising collective, you feel like this session is resonating with you, then you are in fact 100% a part of this beautiful collective of divine feminine energy rising. This It's because you are an empath or a highly sensitive person, and what that means is that you feel energy of others very deeply. You can feel the energy of people, places, or even things. So it's not meant for you to understand their energy so that you can absorb it and then try to fix them. I'm going to say that one more time. It is not meant for you as an empath or a highly sensitive person to feel their energy so that you are able to understand it, absorb it, and then fix them. It is meant for you to feel it and understand it. Those first two things are what you need to do: feel it and understand it. The next part is where the empathetic ability or the highly sensitive part of ourself gets a little hard because we don't stop there. We continue and then we absorb the energy. So our job is not to absorb it, to understand it and to feel it and then hold space for love, compassion, and acceptance without judgment. Again, we're not to absorb energy, which means that when we absorb their energy, we may feel drained, tired. We open ourselves up to thinking that it's our responsibility to help heal or fix them in some way. And then when we're not to absorb this energy and not to think that we can heal them, but through the love and the grace, the compassion that we provide to them, it is providing a space for them to then make the choice within themselves if they choose to then do that inner work and heal themselves and to tap into that greater space from within. We can facilitate healing or help heal them, but they ultimately make the choice, because remember, everyone does have free will. So even if we do all of those things that I just said above and we provide that space to be who they need to be, or make these shifts and transformations into this true highest part of their self and their highest potential, they may or may not choose to do the work that is necessary. Now, at that time, you have to love them and accept without judgment. And that can be very difficult as humans. We are not perfect. We are actually very imperfect. And so if they don't take what we're offering and they say, you're not doing blank, because as a people pleaser, we usually give and give and give and leave ourselves feeling depleted. Now, the minute that we create a space of love and compassion and acceptance without judgment, and choose not to absorb their energy and choose to let them facilitate their own healing and let them do their own inner work, because that is the only way that they are going to get long-term, deep, true results and healing. Now, they may project that sense of accountability that they feel and that they are choosing not to take, and they will project that energy onto us, and it will feel very heavy if we absorb it. Now, it's a part of the divine feminine energy to realize that we have to accept the flow of life. We have to accept the flow of people, of places, of things, and not attach ourselves to the outcome. To know that loving ourselves first is our first priority. And so, again, love them, accept them without judgment, and know that this may not be the best relationship during this time that you are trying to heal yourself and you are trying to um, just tap into your highest potential and your inner knowing and your highest self and that source connection to God. And so while you are still transforming and making these necessary shifts within yourself, you may have to take a little bit of a hermit stage, an isolation stage, and really just feed yourself love, compassion, peace, meditation, mindfulness, things of that nature. You must have tunnel vision during this time and know that you are top priority, and give yourself the value and the worth that you always needed from others. And like I always say, you cannot pour from an empty cup. The card is actually the Nine of Wands, and this is in the upright position. It's a very strong, a very determined energy. So what this means is that you're either understanding or seeing that you have this amazing strength within. You have found it, and it's inside of yourself, and you have harnessed this determination, and you have kept pushing through. This also is saying that you need to tap into this energy if you don't feel that you have found this amazing strength, this inner strength, this inner determination. If you feel like you are lacking, then it is time to tap into this energy. This card is a strong and determined energy. So either way, it is yours, and take it if you are feeling this in whichever way it is. You need to take some time and just sit with yourself listen to high frequency sounds, get some crystals, cleanse yourself, your space, do meditations, and just really tap into this inner strength and determination, and to give you this boost and push that you need. This also is representing, again, just like I've channeled earlier, that there is a draining feeling. Interestingly enough, this card brings forth a feeling of being drained as well, a lack of, maybe like a lack of motivation or lack of direction, just feeling blah, possibly even a confusion, like in the direction of life, whether this be just overall in personal life, relationship, career. I'm even picking up a divine feminine that is having issues parenting or thinking they're falling short because they feel so drained by a particular, it could be a particular child or just parenting in general. And that is a very that's a very direct message, so that's only going to probably resonate with a few people, but again, take how it resonates with you and leave what does not. So just know that this battle you are feeling on both internal and external, it will not last forever. And just like seasons throughout the year, look at this battle. Although at times it may feel like an all out war, it is just a season and it's just passing through, and it will soon change. And something new and beautiful will arise from this season in your life. The best thing to do at this time for you is just to learn the lessons and learn from these lessons that have presented themselves to you during this time, and choose to grow, choose to evolve, and use these lessons that you are learning right now as the very stepping stones to walk you into the higher version of yourself on this life's journey. I am sensing a divine feminine who seems very wounded. If wounded may not be the right word, possibly like guarded or almost expecting things to happen when they actually may or may not be happening. And I would say expecting things to happen in a negative way. um, Things may have not worked out or may not actually work out like you had thought they would or like you had actually planned. Um, whether this be a situation, a relationship, may not be exactly as you thought or working out the way you thought things were. The timing might be a little off, or choices may be made that you cannot control. And just know it is okay. Part of tapping into this divine feminine energy is releasing control of these things and knowing, truly knowing that you are being guided by a divine source of love, light, and all knowing. And once you can release control of certain outcomes or the way that we expect things to be, we actually are allowing ourselves to experience life in a whole new way, in a more broader perspective, and it's a more beautiful flowing way. You're so close to the end of this trial that you feel you have been put through. The only thing that will keep you in this trial period is actually you thinking that you cannot get out or that you are not making the steps forward. And taking actionable, optimistic approach is absolutely necessary at this time. Do not think that you can't get out, and be sure that all of your actions are with optimism and in a forward motion, that you don't worry about what has happened in the past and you just focus on the present moment and how you're handling it in the here and now and looking forward to things in the future. So I'm going to leave you today with this is you are learning a karmic lesson here. This right here, it's a karmic lesson. And now you are going to be elevated. You are going to move onward and upward into a more conscious, a more awakened, divine state, and tapping into that divine soul and divine being that you are. First, work on your energy levels, work on that energy leak, and figure out what is needed to truly restore your beautiful energy, and give that energy to you first before you give it to anyone else. Then work on balancing that energy, maintaining it by using, like I said before, crystals, even singing bowls, energy healing, a spiritual coach, a mentor, high frequency sounds, meditation, so many things that you could do to help you with this energy balancing and then the maintenance of that. So if I can help you in any way, please let me know. I will do my very best to offer any guidance I can. All right, so if you found this video helpful or it has given you value in any way, please spread that love by hitting the like button, and also feel free to comment or to share this video if you feel led to do so. If you enjoy this channel and the content that we have, please be sure to go on Facebook and Instagram to Enlightened Living and follow us. If you want even more exclusive content, we would love for you to join our private Facebook group. And you can do so by requesting to join that group on Facebook by searching the Enlightened Living Mission. I do appreciate everyone so much, and I am grateful for your time and your energy that you have given to me today as well. Always remember, you have the power within at all times, and you have the power to shift anything in your life and create an entirely new reality if you choose. You are a divine being. Don't ever discredit your ability to be everything and anything you want to be at any point in time. It's already yours if you want it. You just have to believe that you are actually worthy of receiving it. Again, I am Lexi, and this is Enlightened Living. I am an intuitive energy healer and transmuter, and I offer coaching services, spiritual mentoring, and personal intuitive guidance sessions. See the description box below for contact information and more information on what it is that I actually do for a living, and if I can assist you and help you through your spiritual awakening journey. I love you all and have an amazing week.